Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Actually, I'm done with my work today a little early, so I thought I'll make use of this time and I'll make a short video for you all guys. So today I'm going to give you 5 simple tips which will help you to buy your dream car in a better way. So I've listed on few points here. These are not in a priority order. These are just in a random way. So the first point which I'm going to talk about is like ownership reviews. Nowadays you get reviews of the cars everywhere in internet, especially in the YouTube. You will have hundreds of reviews on a car. Those reviews are given by auto journalists or maybe professionals, experts, or everyone. You go through those reviews, but don't finalize your decision based on those reviews, because most of the times they may be biased towards a brand or a car. What you have to do, you just go through those reviews and take them as a reference, but don't consider them as your final car buying decision. These ownership reviews will help you. Just go through ownership reviews because they tell you each and every point, all the pluses and minuses. At least 90% of the ownership reviews are really good. They are not fake. So they tell you each and every problem which are not known by the experts, because they drive the car for a few hundred kilometers or maybe few days or max to max few months. At least owner drives a car more than what an expert or a journalist drives. So the owners will definitely have more information about the cars, at least like each and every minor problem, better than the auto journalists. Maybe you can ask like, what if a car is newly launched and if I want to buy, there is no ownership review. In those cases, what I recommend is like what I recommend or maybe what I follow. I just don't go and buy a car which is newly launched. I just give the car some time, let it stay in the market for a while, see the reviews, how it's performing, and then you buy it. At least 6 months, you have to give at least 6 months to a car. If you are in a hurry and you love the car so much, then it's totally a different case. Even if the car is not good, people will buy it because they love the car. This is one thing. And the second point about online forums like Facebook pages and this Quora. In these pages, right, even before buying Tata Harrier, I joined one of the Facebook page. Nowadays, like there is a Facebook page for almost every car. So you just join that page, or maybe even if you don't join, just go through that page and see like they'll be writing all the deals about the car, who is exactly giving what deal, what best offers you can get, and the resale. If anyone is trying to resell their car, they just post it there. Just go through them, spend some time, and definitely you will get a better understanding, and then you can decide your car. The third point is like call service center. Maybe this may seem funny to you all guys, but this will definitely work. What I mean to say here is usually maintenance cost or service cost is a very important thing for Indians. If we don't know the maintenance of the car and suddenly if the bill comes like 20,000, 30,000 for a single service, then that's really a bummer for everyone. So that is the reason what you have to do. Even before buying a car, just call customer care and tell them that, let's say if you want to buy a Harrier, in my example what I did, I'll tell you. So I called customer care and then I told them, okay, I own a Harrier, I met with an accident. Bumper got damaged, or maybe the ORVM got damaged. Just tell them all the external parts which are prone to accidents. Again, it is difficult to know cost of each and every part, so just tell them the few parts which are prone to accidents and which are external parts. Just call them and tell them, I met with an accident, so and so part has been damaged, what is the cost of it and how many days you will take to fix it. Okay, they'll tell you the right exact amount and exact date, and then you can decide, okay, the cost of this is this much, so I need to have this much amount of money to maintain this car. So like this is very high level rough understanding. You'll get some idea how much money you need. And the fourth point is like safety over features. As the name itself tells you, safety over features. If you are getting a car with all the safety measures within your budget, then just go with the car. If you have money, you can spend it, then it's okay. But if you have a tight budget, then you first check for the safety feature, what all safety features you are getting. After that, you just check for features. That is the only thing. Otherwise, you don't invest in features. Features doesn't save your life. Safety is very important. So check for safety first. After that, if you have money, if you can just extend your budget, then definitely go with the features. That's not at all bad. But if you are with a tight budget, then that is recommended. And then the last point is service network. I have already talked about this in my previous video and I don't want to spend too much time on this point. Service network is very important. At least not in India, at least check in your state how many service stations they have in your state, because when you are on a long drive and if something happens to your car, that is very horrible situation. No service center is around you and you got stuck in between nowhere. That's a very difficult problem. So at least check in your own state. If you feel that you are comfortable in your state, then that's okay. Or maybe like if you still feel that service stations are not a problem for me, if you really love any car, then you just go with the car. But this is very recommended. I usually follow all these points. So I hope these points help you. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video.